I'm going to be talking today about electric die cutting machines and manual die cutting machines. I have the Tim Holtz Sidekick, very tiny little baby. And then I have the Big Shot Fold Away, the Off Nova, and then the Gina K Intri-Cut machine. If you're going to a crop, like scrapbooking or card making, anything like that, the little ones are very nice to take along with you. But if you're looking for your main machine, then one of these machines is going to be better off for you, one of the bigger ones. All of these machines are amazing no matter which you choose, but some can do more than others. So there's pros and cons to everything. But if it's more in your price point, definitely go for something like the Off Nova because it is really simple and the plating system is easy on it. It's beginner friendly if you need that. And all of these machines have an easy plating system on them. But I really loved this one. And then they came out with this, the Gina K Intri-Cut. And I've been using this for a while. I love it. The plating system is even easier. It can do more. It's just my all-time favorite, and I am going to show you why. This is going to cut. This is just going to do more. So for this demonstration, I'm going to be using the Boho Smooth Cardstock, 85-pound from scrapbook.com. These little tiny packs. They're like so cute. Take up not much space at all. You get tons of colors. That's why I love them. Gina K Designs, when she designed the Gina K Intri-Cut machine, you have a cutting mat right here, and I usually use my magnetic magic mat in place of this from all of my cutting. So there's not too many markings on this one because that's just what I use. But then you have your platform. This does come with one other plate, but the biggest thing, like if you're just die cutting, you're going to use these two right here. She has simplified the process with this machine. This is not a cutting surface. You do not ever want to cut into that. You cut into your mat. I'm going to tape the cut side down into the paper, tape that all up so that it won't move, and then I'm going to turn it over because I want my cut side going up. We do not want to cut into that. This I'm going to go face down because we're going to cut into that. It does not matter if you decide to cut this way once your die is in place the correct way or this way. It doesn't matter. I am going to cut this side up. This is the machine. I'm going to spin it around. The handle's on this side. And then the cool thing is there's also storage in this. There's also storage in the Big Shot Fold Away as well. But it's just a really cool feature to have, nice and deep in there. And if I flip it around this way, you're going to see 3D emboss, letterpress, and 2D emboss, die cut. So if you're die cutting, you're going to use this setting all the time. And this, when you're die cutting, it can stay up at 0. Now the reason why Gina K Designs designed this like this is because you can just die cut, emboss everything without even thinking about it. So every time you switch this to something else, it's going to adjust your roller inside the machine up and down, making it just really easy to use. So I'm going to turn this back to die cut. This is going to control your roller inside as well. If you need the roller to go down or if you need the roller to go up for something thicker, this is the knob that you're going to use. And this thing is genius. Now when adjusting this knob, for most dies, you're just going to leave it on the regular settings. You see your arrow straight up. But if you're cutting a Crafter's Companion die that's super intricate, you're going to want to tighten this puppy up. And I have tightened this. I don't know if they would even recommend this, and you know I'm hard on the machines. I like to test them out. I like to show you what they can do. I don't know how long the roller system would hold up in this machine, but the fact that you can cut Crafter's Companion dies, the really intricate ones in this machine, just blew me away. It sold me on this machine. And that's just something I wanted to test out on my own to see if it would work. and it's amazing. So I'm tightening it up. If you want to, you can leave it a little loose, but for this purpose, I'm just going to show you what it can do. I'm tightening up all the way. This is what sold me on this machine. I already have my die placed in here. Just double check that you're going to be cutting into the mat. I don't see my die. It's this way, cut side up. So it's perfect. That's the way that I want it. And now I'm just going to run it through the machine. Okay, we got one pass through the machine. We're going to see how that does. Oh, wow. You can see I've got little bits everywhere. So you know that puppy cut through. Pull this off of here. Make sure my tape doesn't stick to it. Look at that. That's incredible. Now I'm going to show you with the Big Shot. My die is completely cleaned. All the little bits and pieces are out of it. I use my handy dandy little tool right here to clean out all of those pieces. Now for this demonstration, I've got the actual platform and the adapter on top. Clear cutting plate with my die already in place, cut side down because I always cut into this clear cutting plate. And then I have this one on top. And I'm just now realizing that somehow my plate that I never cut into actually got cut into somehow. So this side is smooth though. It's not been cut into. So that's going to go that side down. I'm got it in the machine and now I'm going to roll it through. Just doing one pass like we did the Gina K machine to be all fair. The only thing, you can't adjust this machine like you can the Gina K. And the pieces are still stuck in. This Intri-Cut die cut pretty decent, but the pieces are kind of still attached, so it takes a really long time to knock this out and get it done. So I've got to poke out all these little pieces. They just didn't fall out. So it takes a little bit longer, but it's okay. But the thicker your cardstock is where this is really going to shine. This is probably one of the most intricate die cuts that I have. And I have the Hammermill 100-pound cardstock. And I'm just going to show you on a different weight of paper. And now I'm going to run it through the machine. Because that's just, I don't know, it's kind of annoying when it does this, but this is only 100-pound cardstock and it didn't cut through this at all. So some of your dies, and it may just depend on the thickness of the die too, but this, it didn't cut through at all. So let me show you up close. It just did not want to cut it. And now I'm going to run that same die through the Gina K Intri-Cut machine. And now I'm going to run it through the machine. Still have the tight setting done on this. I'm just going to run that through. Just going to pop these out. You can already see that I got a deeper cut with this. Definitely deeper. I do, however, have to punch out all of them, but they all are popping out. So you can definitely cut your more super intricate things. I don't know why. This is just to show you that it wouldn't cut on the other machine, but it did cut through on this. So it's just to show you how much more powerful this thing can be. It gives you more pressure when you need it. You're not going to need that all the time though, so just a regular die cutting machine will be perfectly fine. But the idea of this is that you can adjust it. So you're going to be able to run your heartfelt creations through here. Your steel ruled dies are going to fit in here. You're just going to be able to do all the stuff in here. I'm not going to take the time to pop all of them out, but you can just see how beautiful and intricate that is. And just the pressure of the Gemini Intri-Cut can really cut into those dies that may be hard to cut for other machines. So that was just the whole purpose of this, just to show you what the Gemini machine can do. That adjustability is amazing in that machine, and I love it. The 85-pound, even the Crafter's Companion dies are going to cut through any of the manuals. But if you're working with your thicker cardstocks and trying to cut those intricate dies, just keep in mind that sometimes those might not cut through a manual machine. This is the adapter that also comes with the Gemini Intri-Cut machine. It's for steel ruled dies only. Here I have my 2 electric machines. I actually do have 2 of these. I have it in this peachy pink color and the black that you see up here. So this is the Big Shot Switch Plus machine, and then I have the Big Daddy Gemini machine. So both of these are amazing machines. This one right here is super powerful, really powerful. The plating system can be a little tricky on it for a beginner. So if you're a beginner, there is going to be a learning curve to the plating system on this one. So I don't really use this one that much, but if you need something that's going to cut through stacks of material, can cut different materials, because if you have multimedia dies, you can actually cut through blue jean material, aluminum can. If you need to do that, you can do that. Stacks of material like cloth. It's amazing. So you could literally cut through thicknesses of cardstock like no problem. I feel like the flipping of the plates and stuff and like that all the time, I don't like doing that. That can leave marks on your final die cut, which I'm crazy about because I really like to make nice cards and I don't want cut lines through them, so I don't like flipping my plates. I won't do that. Warping with the plates on this can be fixed if you replace the milky white shim with just self-healing cutting mats. You can totally replace it, just cut it down the same size and use it in place of the milky shim, and you're going to have a lot better success with the plates if you have your plates warping. Now, I like a more simple approach to die cutting, so the plate system on the Sizzix machines is very easy, especially for beginners if you're new. So if you're looking for an electric machine, I highly recommend the Big Shot Switch Plus. Sorry, I've got clear braces on. They're like Invisalign, and sometimes it's hard to talk. But yeah, I love the machine, easy to use. For the plating system on this, I always make sure that I keep a clean top plate that's not cut into, and I always cut into my other plate. That way I'm not having to flip plates all the time. It just makes it a lot easier. But you're still going to be able to cut a lot of stuff with these machines, although even it's not as powerful as the Gemini, but you still can cut a lot of stuff, especially if you're just cutting paper for cards, scrapbooking, whatever. Really enjoy using the electric machines because it's easier on the hands. You don't have to hand crank it, so it just makes it super easy to be able to run your plates through, catch it out the back of the machine, and you're ready to create. This is a pretty quiet machine. The only downside is if you lose power and you're wanting to create, if you don't have electricity, you're not going to be able to create unless you have some kind of little backup battery pack that will actually run it while the power is off. Then you'll be able to still use it. But while the power's off, you're going to have to find something else to do unless you have a manual machine. And that's why I have both electric and manual machines. Definitely do recommend the Big Shot Switch machine. If you have any questions, leave them below in the comments. I will be more than happy to answer those. I always love talking about crafting to everybody and answering your questions. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. If you want to see my demonstrations of the Gemini and the Big Shot Switch Plus machine, definitely go back through my old videos. There's a lot of good information on there. In the Big Shot Switch machine, you can cut the heartfelt creations. That fits in there. Your steel rule dies, you can do that, which you can't do that in the Gemini machine. And my hack for doing the Anna Griffin, those dies, you can actually go through and find that video on my channel as well. I can link that to the end of this video. Even in the manual, the Gina K Intri-Cut, those you can 100% cut the Anna Griffin dies. Those are beautiful dies, gorgeous, and you can cut those in there as well using that hack. What die cutting machines you have and what you find best about them, let me know in the comments. Until next time, Butters and I will catch you in that next video. Shorty. Butters.